Yo, welcome back to TopherTvPodcast, man. Look, I hope everybody had a blessed, amazing day. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I did the same, you know. That's essential. I feel like that's important. We always need to have good, wholesome days. You know what I'm saying? Do our best to live up to our full potential. Welcome back to TopherTvPodcast. If you don't know, this is the podcast where we talk about any and everything. I'm solo dolo with it today, but sometimes it's cool to kick it by yourself. For sure. The audio only version for the podcast is on Apple Music, Spotify. Oh snap! What was that? Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio for all the people who don't need a video. They can just rock out with the audio to enjoy different topics and different things being discussed. And on the YouTube side of things, man, look, make sure y'all like the video, comment and subscribe. Look, usually that don't happen with my voice, so if I did annoy you, I do apologize. But things happen. I had a little voice crack, and I'm 26 years old, which is kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty insane. That is pretty insane. Oh, but I'm real over here. You know what I'm saying? Real, raw, and uncut. And things happen. But look, let's talk about it. So I come to find out that a lot of people didn't have sibling rivalry. And I don't think mine was as bad as a lot of people, but some people to not have it at all is just kind of like weird. You know how like it's like certain like red flags that's a green flag that go on in your household that like necessary to like your upbringing. You know how they be saying like all black people raised the same, and like we pretty much grew up together like with each other. Like that's the whole concept behind that, if you ask me, because it's like I was the only boy in a house full of girls, right? So naturally they felt the type of way because I got things differently than they did, right? And that in itself started a sibling rivalry. So, they would like poke at the bear, because not only was I the only boy, I was the oldest. So it was like nagging little sisters type deal, right? And for me, I just got annoyed. You know what I'm saying? Like I just constantly got annoyed until I got like a little older, when I was able to like block them off and not really like listen to what they had to say, because like shut up, like what are you talking about? And we argued a lot, right? We argued a lot, and 9 times out of 10, what's crazy, it was probably about like where we was gonna sit in the car, until it got kind of like established where they couldn't really have a say so no more where they sat in the car because I was the oldest. But they thought that was favoritism, so we'll argue about who left the peanut butter out and things like that, and probably fight. But like for me, like I couldn't like really roughhouse them how I wanted to, because I was a boy. Even though like I really wanted to like wild out sometimes, because that's how mad they used to make me. But I say all that to say, if you didn't have it at all, I feel like you missed out. Like I feel like that's a important part of your childhood. You know what I'm saying? That should have been incorporated into your upbringing. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's essential. It happened like all the time, and it might not be to like the extent that mine was, but I feel like it's important. You know what I mean? But let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Let me know if y'all had sibling rivalry in your household, or what I'm saying, if you were just a loner and your parents felt the need not to give you a sibling, and what I'm saying, you was just spoiled rotten. Like let me know that too down in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. But most of the time, honestly, like I got a list full of like pod topics that that I might talk about, or that I could like plug in with different people who might come on the pod, right? And then other times, like it's kind of like a flow thing, right? It's kind of like a flow. We sit in here, I sit up in here and chop it up with y'all. But a lot of other times, I might have a conversation, right? And I might feel the need to like extend that conversation and bring it onto the pod, just because I feel like It was cool. It was dope. Whatever the case may be. So that was the event that happened today. So me and the homies, well, me and the homie, not homies, but me and the homie was pretty much talking about like just being a man, right? Just being a man in today's society. And one of the things that I had brought up was I seen a TikTok, right? The TikTok basically was like a male panel, a male podcast, and it wasn't like no misogynistic type stuff going on. But they had basically brought a girl on and they had asked her, like, if me and you were dating, they put her in a scenario, if you and I were dating and, 9 men came up to me and, tried to beat me up, what would you expect me to do? And she said, this is her response: I expect you to beat them up. And the guys all looked at each other, was like, all of them? Like, you expect me to beat up 9 grown men, like, to protect you and to protect myself? And her response was just like, yeah, like, that's what you're supposed to do. You my man, blase, blase. And for me, it's like crazy to like think about, like, what men have to like deal with because of society making it normal, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And Zoe gon definitely hit me up and be like, this some red pill stuff. But I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Because we talk about any and everything. But for me, it's like if I got a girl on my hip, she made it seem like I don't even have the right to be like nervous, scared, and I'm supposed to do that like regardless of like how many men are there and what's going on in the situation. You know what I'm saying? And I was like blown away because she stood 10 toes. She stood on business when she made her answer. But it blew me away because it's like, dang, bro, I can't be scared. I'm supposed to beat up 9 people. And not only that, it's like on the other side of things, it's like, boom, one of them knocked me out. Boom. First of all, I'm gonna be deemed less of a man. Then on top of that, I'm knocked out cold to even protect her. So now it's 9 against, my woman. But it's like I don't understand like how not only her, but like society like paint this picture about men, about how we supposed to be. And ultimately it's like it get carried on down like through generations. Because like probably not even thinking about it, you might tell your little cousin or your son or your nephew, when he scrape his knee, yo, get up, stop crying, you ain't supposed to cry. But it's like as a human, not even as a male, but as a human, it's like if something hurt, like I can cry. Now I do feel like sometimes, like as you get older, certain things you shouldn't cry about. Like if I stuck my toe, I might blurt out a cuss word, versus like crying for like hours and hours. But like it truly is okay to cry. But like I know, it's a lot of men who can't even express themselves because how they've been handled when they did so, or how people like make it seem it's supposed to be as a man. You know what I'm saying? And not to be biased, I know for a fact that women go through stuff too, and not trying to play the who has it worse type of game or nothing like that. But for me, like personally as a man, like bro, we go through a lot of stuff that we got to deal with, and it's just kind of crazy to think about because it shouldn't be like that. Because like we're human at the end of the day. Yes, we were made stronger than women. Yes, like we like our genetic makeup is like different from a woman, and like I understand all of this, but it's just like the stuff that we deal with, the stuff that we got to go through, the stuff that like we might have to tolerate or even get put on us like as males, it's just like extremely biased. You know what I'm saying? And Like I always ask y'all, you know what I'm saying? Let me know if I'm tripping. In the comment section, y'all can, type down below. Or you can just be a listener too. But I want y'all, you know what I'm saying? People don't be commenting, but they be having a lot of stuff to say. You know what I'm saying? Just put it in the comment section. I'm cool. Like I get back with you. You know what I'm saying? But look, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Toker TV Podcast, bro. I'm gonna get back with y'all on the next episode, man. Y'all be easy. Peace. And look, before I head out, y'all can get the audio only version on Apple Music Podcast, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Spotify. My voice didn't crack that time. I'm being real. But look, I'll see y'all in the next episode, man. Peace.